One of the other major problems of rivers and particularly wetlands is litter and solid waste. So we get a lot of things like plastics, especially because they float. They end up getting dumped into rivers and wetlands. A lot of people see wetlands as just an open space that isn't being used for anything else. So it seems like a good area to dump waste, household waste and all kinds of things. And so you often find wetlands are the victims of casual dumping, where people with a bucky load of rubbish just come and throw it into a wetland or around a wetland. All of those things contain chemicals and break down slowly or not at all, and so they choke up a wetland, and they obviously impact the life that's in that wetland. Wetlands are what's called receiving environments. So rivers flow into a wetland. So anything that is dumped or dropped or even blown into a river anywhere along its path will end up being received by the wetland, because the river will bring it to the wetland when it flows. So wetlands are often the seat of a lot of pollution and solid waste. One of the other things that often ends up in rivers is things like oils and heavy metals. From all of our vehicles, a small drop of oil that lands on the road, or a little bit of petrol that spills at the petrol station, and every time you apply the brakes, a little bit of metal rubs off from the brake pads and ends up as dust on the roads. Every time it rains, some of that gets washed off the roads, and it always ends up in a river that washes down into a wetland. And here you can even see some of the pond scum, this floating oils on the water. These are from oils that have been washed down from cars, and it ends up on the top of the water, and it's a pollutant.